is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script. This is episode number 40, man. I don't believe that we hit 40 episodes of WWE Off The Script. That's not including what I did before Off The Script. What Off The Script was before was just WWE Week in Review. All right, I did my news and rumors under, a show that didn't really have a name. But now, the brand, JD, the podcast, the one-man show, Off The Script, has reached 40 fucking episodes, man. That is unbelievable. Here's to the next 40, man. It's going to be fucking awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all your support. We are on our way to 22,000 subscribers, and I couldn't do it without each and every one of you, man. This is for Survivor Series weekend. This Sunday, week ending November 23rd, 2014. I will be doing a Survivor Series review and results immediately, as always, following the pay-per-view on the WWE Network. I apologize to you guys today for not doing a Monday Night Raw. Several of you asked a Monday Night Raw review of me. I just couldn't do it, man. There was no news, okay, that happened on Monday Night Raw besides Luke Harper winning the Intercontinental title, which I'll go over briefly in today's episode. I'll talk about that a little bit because Justin LaBar actually wrote a beautiful piece on why he thinks Luke Harper should have won the Intercontinental title on Monday Night Raw, rightfully so, okay? But let me get into the things I want to talk about first. Number one, if you guys missed it this week, okay, I posted it on Wednesday, and I want you guys, and this is the first time I'm doing my video game plugs, my video game videos on my wrestling stuff, okay, but this is wrestling related. WWE 2K15 came out on Tuesday. I've been playing it nonstop, man. It's fucking unbelievable. It's an excellent game. If you guys do not have it, I highly recommend you go out and buy it because it's that much fun. I started my own universe mode, man. Commissioner, General Manager JD, giving you the WWE product like it should be, man. I'm booking my own matches. I'm booking my own pay-per-views. I'm booking my own feuds the way it should be happening on WWE TV right now. I just completed Week 1 in an epic match. Randy Orton defeated Daniel Bryan to advance to my personal King of the Ring. The winner of my King of the Ring will be crowned #1 contender for Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship, man. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. I want each and every one of you, if you're not into my video games, to at least come on over and check out my WWE 2K15 stuff. It's going to be unreal. We're going to do the whole year, and it's going to be biblical, man. Go check it out. Link is down below at the very top of the description to this video. Go check it out if you did indeed miss it, and show me some love, man. I would greatly appreciate it. Number 2, I was on TRN, the Talking Wrestling Network. I was on Around the Point with the guys over there, and it was a great fucking time, man. They were very hospitable to me. They were great. They were funny, and the show went very well, man. It was quick. It was, nice and easy, and we talked about a bunch of shit. We talked about Survivor Series. We talked about CM Punk. They brought me on, and they asked me a bunch of questions about what I do over here on my channel, plugged my stuff a little bit, and I was very grateful that they actually reached out to me and wanted me as a guest on their show. So if you did indeed miss that on Sunday, a link to that show will be down in the description as well, and I want you guys to go subscribe to those guys. They're doing their thing over there. I want to get them up, and I want to support them and, get subscribers going their way. So go and check those guys out, Twitter, YouTube, and the video I did with them on Around the Point, all linked down below. Go and check that out if you guys want additional wrestling content. Joe Cronin Show, if you guys want more additional wrestling content on top of TRN and on top of JD. Joe Cronin is your man. Go subscribe and go follow him down below. Joe Cronin Show, and all his social media is down below. And as always, CSR, man. I'm very, very disappointed I will not be meeting with Mr. Justin LaBar this weekend for Survivor Series. He could not get his people together in time for Survivor Series. The bars in New York City do not want to compete against the New York Giants Sunday Night Football game, so they will not be showing Survivor Series. He's going to stay in Pittsburgh, and he's got a big meeting on Monday in Pittsburgh anyway that he can't avoid. It's very important for what he's doing over there. So I will not be meeting with LeBar this Sunday for Survivor Series. But if you guys obviously want to go check out CSR, Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com, they finished their week-long 250th episode with Vince Russo. It was fucking biblical. Go check that shit out. Now they're back to doing regular CSR episodes for the remainder of the week, man. They're talking about Survivor Series. They're talking about a whole bunch of topics that I'm sure you will find interesting. So please go and check those guys out. Show them some love and tell them JD from NY sent you over there. Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. And they also have a YouTube page as well. If you don't find any of their content on WrestleZone that you like, they have exclusive stuff only for YouTube that will be posted on their channel. So go and check that out. And like I said, tell them that I sent you over there and show those guys some fucking love. But before I get into that, all the plugs are out of the way, all right? Before I get into that, look at what I got today. Look at that. Daniel Bryan. Pop, man. I got him in the mail today, and it's fucking awesome. He's going right on my wall, right behind me. I got The Undertaker, and I'm actually going to try and track down AJ Lee and Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't know if you guys can see it on the box there. You got AJ Lee and Macho Man. They also got Hogan and Triple H. I know if you pre-order WWE 2K15, the Hulkamania edition, you get a Funko Pop like this. But Hollywood Hogan, I wish I would have did that. That would have been worth the entire purchase itself. But regardless of that, I got my Daniel Bryan finally after a month, man. It was on back order for a month. Unreal. So I got my Bryan. They're actually selling this now for like $40-50. So I got him. I got him as a steal, man. I paid $9.99. I can't beat that. So I got my Bryan Pop, and all is good in the world. Now enough of me fucking talking. You guys are here for WWE News, right? It's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But you guys are here for WWE News, right? AJ Lee, big story this weekend. AJ Lee leaving WWE after Survivor Series. I know all you AJ Lee fanatics out there may leave with a broken heart, but I don't know if you guys heard, AJ Lee will not be leaving the WWE. Rumor killer today. Okay, I'm going to read you earlier this week's article, and I'm going to read you the article I found today that kind of put to rest that rumor about AJ Lee leaving WWE. At Survivor Series on November 23rd, AJ Lee will defend her Divas Championship against Nikki Bella. Bryan Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer newsletter noted on a recent Wrestling Observer Live that AJ may be finished with the company following her title defense. If she drops the belt to Nikki at the pay-per-view, that could confirm that AJ's time in WWE may be coming to a close. She recently set up a new website at aj-brooks.com. Another sign that AJ could be exploring outside ventures. Her marriage to Phillip Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk, was acknowledged for the first time on Twitter on November 13th. The couple just celebrated 6 months together as husband and wife. Congratulations to them both. On Sunday's Wrestling Observer Live radio show, again, Bryan Alvarez noted that there were rumors going around in WWE in the fact that AJ Lee would be leaving the company. Dave Meltzer was able to get more information following Alvarez's radio show and confirmed in the latest Observer newsletter that she is not leaving the company. These rumors have popped up a couple of times in recent months, including Jim Ross mentioning them on his podcast back in August when he stated that he believed that she would be distancing herself from WWE. The first time the rumors came up was when she took time off earlier this year. So AJ Lee fans, you all can rest easy. I would not blame AJ Lee if she actually walked away. She did everything that she possibly could in the WWE. She's carrying that division on her back. She's the most notable diva in that division at this present time. So if she did drop the title, I would not blame her for walking away. They're putting her in lackluster storylines. There's no direction in the Divas division. WWE really doesn't, show us as a company to its fans that they really want to mold this division into something better. They got a whole lot of potential in that division. They're really not, backing anybody in that division besides AJ and whoever's on Total Divas. You know, Nikki is really looking strong as a diva in WWE. I'm not a big fan of any of the divas in WWE. I admire Paige's work. I admire Natalia's work and AJ as well. I love watching Charlotte down in NXT. I love watching the majority of the women down in NXT. I wish they would utilize Emma a little bit more. She's got a lot of talent. She's spunky. She's got a lot of, you know, personality. But WWE is not really showing us they want to back any of these women. And Nikki Bella is really shining through. Some of you guys might not agree with me, but I like her work recently, man. It's been very, very good. She's gotten a lot better. And I'm very vocal about the divas and, you know, me tweeting, saying, oh, it's time for a bathroom break, or it's time for a beer run, it's time for me to go to the refrigerator and miss this fucking 10-second match, well, et cetera, et cetera. You guys get the deal. But Nikki is really, really impressing me and actually progressing. Brie has been progressing, and we've seen her progression, but Nikki is really, really getting better, man, and I admire that. John Cena must be very proud, and it must be nice to have John Cena by your side to help train you and, you know, work out within the gym. And, you know, she's probably getting a lot of pointers from him, and she's probably really going down the right path thanks to him. So it's really nice to see, man. I like to see that progression from these young superstars in the WWE. So it's really nice to see. Nikki's really coming into her own. I would not be surprised if Nikki wins the title this Sunday, man. I really would not be surprised. I do think AJ walks away with it. I do think that Brie is going to play a factor into that match, being that I do think that the 30-day contract there that she has as Nikki's servant is going to run out. So we'll see. I do expect AJ to walk away as the new, actually retain the Divas Championship. But I would not be surprised, like I said, if Nikki was crowned the new Divas Champion. All right, moving on. Sad news here. Former WWE and WCW superstar Wildman Marc Mero recently posted the following statement on his Facebook account. This morning, Darlene and I, which I'm assuming is his wife, will be boarding a plane to travel to Cleveland, and he will be seeing 3 heart specialists, including visiting the Emory Heart and Vascular Center in Atlanta. I have been told I need heart surgery, he continues to state. I'm blessed that I have the top surgeon in the U.S., Lars Svensson, and he will be doing the surgery. I will be going through tests from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. This was, I think, posted on Monday, to determine whether the surgery needs to take place, or when the surgery will take place. I have an enormous faith in God. I wake up every day with passion and purpose and realize there are so many people just trying to survive. I am so thankful. I have a lot of people praying for me, family, friends, and church. Just a bump in the road. We serve a mighty big God. Looking forward to new results. God is in control. I believe. Mero, who also competed under the ring name Johnny B. Bad in WCW, is a former IC champion and WCW television champion. He's made appearances in schools and community colleges over the past several years, including lecturing students on the dangers of drug abuse. So, good luck to Mr. Marc Mero. Hopefully everything goes okay, and he makes a successful recovery with his heart condition that he's going through. Fandango news. I know you guys are fans of Fandango. I would love to see WWE actually utilize him a lot more. I like the character, man. I know he can definitely go in the ring. I would love to see a more serious side to Fandango while keeping that dancing gimmick going. I think it's great, man. But since early August, WWE superstar Fandango has been noticeably absent on WWE programming. His last appearance on Monday Night Raw was on August 4th as he lost to Diego of Los Matadores. The loss was one of many which Summer Rae and Layla teamed up with Fandango's foe to give the dance expert distress, resulting in a loss. Okay, following the loss to Diego, Fandango would only appear on WWE Main Event and WWE Superstars, 2 WWE Network programs in the final weeks of August. In September and October, Fandango's notable absence on WWE programming has been, noticed by a lot of fans, okay? And he was also actually missing WWE live events, okay? And has done the same in November. He hasn't been on WWE TV. As August continued, WWE and its commentators would make no mention of Fandango's absence, and he was also a part of WWE's European tour, but he was never used. He spoke to the Liverpool Echo during his time overseas. One of the topics that came up during his interview was that his absence from WWE programming was a much talked about topic. The man who defeated Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 29 said he will be back in WWE in the next few weeks. I've been off TV for a little while, he says, but I think in the next few weeks there will be a new Fandango coming back. It's definitely going to be refreshing and a lot different than what you've seen before, so stay tuned. It will be very interesting. Now, if WWE was smart, they would put him in a mid-card feud and have him challenge for the IC title, man. I could definitely see Fandango with the IC gold around his waist. I would love to see it. I would love to see this kind of talent utilized. But if that doesn't happen, maybe he becomes IC champion in my WWE 2K15 universe mode, man. We don't know. But I will be utilizing Fandango the way WWE should be utilizing him in real life. So hopefully they bring him back, add a little bit more serious tone to his character, still keeps the dancing gimmick, goes in the ring, has some decent feuds, and maybe we'll see him, you know, legit be an IC champion, which I think would be a great role for him. So we'll see when he comes back. I'm looking forward to seeing him return refreshed and new. So let's see what happens when he comes back to WWE TV. I noted a few weeks back that Ryback was well received after making his return from injury, and that his attitude has improved backstage. Apparently things continue to improve for the big guy internally. Vince McMahon and Triple H are both reportedly very happy with Ryback's return and the fan reaction that he's been receiving. WWE officials still closely watch for that dreaded Bill Goldberg chant, which actually caused Vince to sour on the Ryback character in the past. Now that he's back, officials are looking to put Ryback in some more competitive matches, like we've seen on Monday Night Raw with Cesaro, which was a decent match, man. It wasn't a fucking pay-per-view quality match, but it was something that I'd never seen from Ryback, which I didn't think, well, you know, Ryback could give us, and it was surprisingly very well, you know, planned out. It was a great story in the ring. I was invested in the match itself. Cesaro has always been great, but the fact that he carried Ryback to a decent match says a lot, especially about Cesaro. So Ryback is going to be in more competitive matches with the idea that if he starts destroying everyone again, Vince thinks the Goldberg chance may catch on again, and he doesn't want that. It was said by a source that Ryback has gone out of his way to be a good team player and work on the attitude issues that stopped his push in the past. I'm looking forward to see Ryback develop a little bit more, and I like that he's in a spotlight feud at Survivor Series, man. You got to give these guys chances. Put them in the spotlight. They may catch on fire, and the fans may gravitate towards them. You know, same goes with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, man. That's why they're in the main event. WWE needs to really, you know, try it and test the waters out with these guys. Because if you don't put them in these types of roles, you may never know what you have. So that's why I'm glad Luke Harper won the WWE IC title. You know, realistically thinking about it, Dolph Ziggler doesn't need the IC title. You're going to chant for Dolph Ziggler regardless, man. Ziggler's hot. Ziggler has been hot for the last several years. He doesn't need the IC title, okay? The IC title has been devalued, yes, okay? But it's still the second major championship in WWE. If you're going to give anyone with potential that belt, Luke Harper right now fits that mold. You're breaking him away from the Wyatt family, which I thought was a grave mistake to begin with. I thought they deserved a run with the tag team championships, first of all, before you move either one of these guys into singles competition. But now that you kind of pushed their singles push forward, Harper and Rowan, you know, separately. Harper's on his own. You got to have him stand out, man. So why not give him the IC title and get him noticed by the WWE Universe, man? You know, he's great in the ring for a guy his size, man. I love watching him wrestle. He's very smooth in the ring. I love his look. You know, I think he's going to develop quite nicely as a singles guy compared to Eric Rowan. I think Harper's got what it takes to succeed. You know, Rowan is a little rough around the edges. We don't really know yet, you know. He doesn't really have that kind of look that's going to say, you know what, this guy's going to be a great singles guy. Harper does. Harper does. So the fact that he's got the IC belt, you know, to the casual WWE fan, they may take him a little bit more seriously. Me and you, the guys who really, you know, break down the product, we know what Harper's about, man. So many of you thought that it was a mistake, but you got to look at it this way. Ziggler doesn't need the belt, man. He's in a feud. He's standing next to John Cena at Survivor Series. He's main event level now. They're slowly moving him up the ladder. And if WWE fucks that up, shame on them. But I think Ziggler belongs in the main event. He belongs higher than the IC title. So giving the belt to Harper really is a good move. It's going to get Harper noticed. It's not going to bring any prestige back to the IC title. The only way you're going to bring prestige back to that title is if you move one of the main event guys down a notch and give him the IC title, like an Orton or a Reigns or even a John Cena, and have those guys battle it out. That's what's going to bring prestige back to the IC title, and I've mentioned this several times on my programming, okay? But the IC title right now really is just a prop. Congrats to Harper for winning it. I think it's going to do him good. Ziggler wasn't really doing anything with the belt regardless. It wasn't doing anything for Ziggler is what I should say. And Ziggler is above the IC title right now. You got to move Ziggler up into the main event. And I like the move giving Harper that IC title. You got to develop him as a singles guy. Great. Why not give him the IC title? Take a chance with it. You never know what you're going to have, like I said before. And I like the move. Rowan, on the other hand, you know, it's going to be interesting to see those two go at it at Survivor Series. Now, the only thing WWE has to do is kind of differentiate these two from one another, man. I heard in a recent report, or I read in a recent report, that they're still using the same theme music. You got to differentiate these guys from one another, man. You know, that's WWE's next project. How are you going to separate these guys and make them into two separate superstars? I don't think Rowan is going to last as a singles guy. Harper, on the other hand, I think is going to have a very good singles run. So it will be interesting to see how WWE handles this following the Survivor Series, all right? Seth Rollins recently spoke in an interview about wanting to be WWE's top heel for a long time to come. A source noted that Triple H sees Rollins as one of the company's top heels and likened him to WWE Hall of Famer Edge. I like that comparison. Triple H feels that Rollins has a similar delivery, the in-ring look and style that Edge had, but Rollins is even better than Edge. I don't know if I would say that immediately. Does he have potential to be better than Edge? Of course. But to say that right now that he's better than Edge? Absolutely no way. Vince McMahon is also high up on Rollins for paying his dues and Rollins' likable personality backstage. Vince has had some concerns about Rollins' size in the past, but that's not stopping him from going full force with his push. And it shouldn't even be a fucking factor. Enough of this, size concern. Get over it. These are the types of guys I want to see on WWE TV. The Punks, the Bryans, the Zigglers, okay, the Rollins, the Ambrose, the Nevilles, the Zanes, the Tyler Breezes. These are the guys I want to see on my TV, man. You can put those bigger guys in the ring, man. You can still have a Ryback here and there. You can still have a Luke Harper here and there. You can still have a Kane here and there. But those types of guys need to weed themselves out, man. Those guys are just not for me. When I look at WWE programming, I'm looking towards the future. And all those guys I just mentioned, those are the guys and types of guys, the size that I want to see in a WWE ring. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. Sheamus is fine. All you guys asking me, JD, what's going on with Sheamus? Sheamus is not injured. It's a storyline. It's a work, okay? As noted last night, the plan at different times this year was to have Sheamus turn heel. They've held off on his heel turn for several different reasons. He was originally supposed to turn heel and face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, but they had to reshuffle the deck when CM Punk left the company, and the fans turned on Batista. I can't say this for sure, but I would say there's a good chance that the WWE, goes with the heel turn finally at Survivor Series for Sheamus on Sunday, possibly costing him or costing Team Cena the match against the Authority. All right. Notes of interest here on the Authority: Stephanie McMahon and Triple H on the November 21st edition of SmackDown, which will air on Friday tonight, actually. The final piece of WWE programming before Survivor Series, they added a new stipulation to the match, okay? If Team Cena loses, if Team Cena loses, everyone on Team Cena is getting fired. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that stipulation. But according to the report, at the pay-per-view, Team Authority, Seth Rollins, Kane, Rusev, Mark Henry, and Luke Harper will battle Team Cena, Ryback, Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Big Show. If the team leading to speculation that WWE is rejuvenating a planned angle from 2013 involving Vince McMahon and Triple H, the November 21st SmackDown will open with none other than Triple H, who announces yet another marquee stipulation for the Survivor Series main event. The King of Kings made it known that if Team Cena happens to lose to Team Authority, all 5 members of Team Cena will be fired from WWE programming. I don't like that stipulation simply because it kind of gives away the ending. I don't think WWE is going to fire everybody unless they come up with some creative storyline how to get them all back on TV, and they storyline fire all of them. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Sheamus is going to turn heel. I don't think Sheamus is going to cost Team Cena the match. If anything, Randy Orton's going to come back and screw the Authority, and that's what's going to build Rollins' feud with Orton even further into TLC, Royal Rumble, and leading on into WrestleMania 31 season. But I don't see Sheamus turning heel yet, even though I think Sheamus needs a heel turn desperately. I do think John Cena's team wins at Survivor Series, and I think Randy Orton's going to come back, being that it's in St. Louis. I think he's got, I see this kind of situation happening. Cena or someone else is going to be left alone against all 5 guys of the Authority, and Randy Orton is going to come down, or someone may be pulled from the event early, and Randy Orton somehow makes a miraculous comeback and joins Team Cena. Something along those lines, but all I know, Randy Orton, I believe, is going to get involved, and Team Cena is going to pull out the win, and that's going to lead Orton and Rollins to their feud, building up towards that for the remainder of this year and into 2015. That's just my honest opinion on that, though. And finally, guys, to end part 1, WWE announced this week another Survivor Series match that will involve the Divas. Please put me to fucking sleep. Alicia Fox, Natalya, Naomi, and Emma will face Paige, Cameron, Summer Rae, and Layla in a traditional Survivor Series elimination style match. Grab a fucking pillow. Nobody gives a flying fuck. And that ends Off the Script, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you missed anything regarding Off the Script last weekend, go and check that out. Links are down below. WWE 2K15, Week 1 of My Universe mode, link down below. The guys over at TRN and Around the Point, featuring JD, the videos and their channel, link down below. Joe Cronin Show, link down below. Chairshot Reality, link down below. Go and check it out. If you got time, go and support everything that I just mentioned in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter at JD206. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what the fuck are you waiting for, man? This is the #1 source for all WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. This is episode 40, part 1. I will see you guys on Saturday morning for part 2. What do I got cooking up for part 2? Brock Lesnar returning to the UFC following WrestleMania 31. Exclusive details from Dana White. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you guys on Saturday.